Let's head out to the Corky's hotline right now. He is the athletic director at San Diego State. That would be Jim Sterk. Hey, Jim, how are we?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Always good to talk to you, Jim. Hey, talk a little bit about this game coming up on the Midway. That is a big-time event. I would imagine it takes a lot of legwork. How did it all come together?
Well, I got to give credit to the Sports Commission, Al Kidd. Once there was an event last year that occurred, and they found out it wasn't going to happen again. He worked with Mac McLaughlin at the museum, and from what I understand, they had talked about it initially when the museum opened up of having a basketball game or something like an event like this on it. But they had backed away because it was just opening up and didn't want to get into it. And now they were, as we talked to them last December, they were interested. It's come together with a great opponent with Syracuse, and Coach Boeheim and Coach Fisher will square off at least on the mics today at around noon or 11:30. But it should be a great event, and it's always fun to team up with the Navy, with the military, and Mike McLeese and his group are promoting it. And there's a lot of events that are going to be around it, so it should be a fun time and a great kickoff to the basketball season.
You know, Jim, everyone wants to take pride in their work, but how proud are you right now to be athletic director at San Diego State to see where this basketball program is?
You know, Steve Fisher has just built it, and you know, a lot of work with the students built the arena, and President Weber, and now President Hirschman and I are here, and we're continuing to try to help and develop the program. But what it's done is San Diego State was already a destination spot, if you will, for students to come and apply to come here. And now it's even taken it to a new level. 10,000 more than last year applied. A total of 70,000 students applied to go to school this fall at San Diego State. And what Coach Fisher and our program with back-to-back bowl games and our other sports doing well, it really allows the institution to be spotlighted in a way that you can't do that. You know, there's no other way for the math department or our business school to have that kind of exposure on national TV, and it really is come together really well, and it's a fun place to be, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Jim Sterk's the athletic director at San Diego State. Again, press conference today on the Midway. You'll hear it just after 11:30 on San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090. Jim, for fans right now that look at this basketball program and look at the schedule that's coming up, so many great games. When it comes to tickets, man, I can remember, Jim, I was here when those games were played at the sports arena. I could walk in and buy a whole section 2 minutes before tip-off. It sure as heck isn't like that anymore. For fans that say, hey, I want to come out to Viejas Arena, I want to be a part of it, are you still able to buy tickets? Are you still able to buy season tickets to get in, or is it going to be TV only?
Season tickets will be sold out. There might be some games in the holidays when the students aren't there, where some individual games where we might have some tickets available. But we've had this more than enough deposits to sell out our season, and so it's a positive problem to have, and we've evolved, you know, obviously the last couple of years and averaging attendance higher than UCLA and USC combined, and so it's really a great situation to be in, but it creates its own issues, and kind of like the Midway game, it'll be a made for TV event. A lot of our stuff will, and that's why I'm out in Phoenix now, and we're talking about what's going to happen with our TV this coming year, with the Mountain West and other developments. So we're at league meetings, and I'm just taking a break from it.
Jim, when are we going to start the plans for a new, bigger basketball arena?
Demand is good. You know, I like our size. 12,000 for a collegiate arena is not a bad size, and you never want to have an empty situation or space. So I think demand is good.
Absolutely. I'm just playing with you. It's funny, when I went to San Diego State, when they played in Peterson Gym, it seemed like just a little bit better than a high school gym. It's amazing how nice the facilities are right now. I want to ask you real quick about the football program, because they finished spring practice. I know they're excited. Rocky Long excited about his recruiting class and getting ready for the upcoming season as well.
Yeah, we got 7 home games. We've got Army as a non-conference coming in, and people, we had a great day at the draft with our kids. It showed what kind of talent we had on the team, but we've got a lot of great kids back. Walter Casey's a 1,000-yard rusher, and a couple freshmen that are stepping up, and then on the quarterback side, potentially we'll have another senior, another Ryan as a starter at the quarterback slot. I was talking to the Oregon State AD here, and they loved him. But what happened? He had an injury right at the end of the season, missed spring ball, and then never got into a routine. And they've started a younger guy, and so there's a rule now when you kind of like the Garrett Green in basketball. If you graduate, you can transfer and be immediately eligible. And so we have a guy that threw for 2,500 yards at Oregon State in 1 year as our starter coming in. So it's a great spot to be in. Plus we've got a lot of younger quarterbacks that are chomping at the bit too. So they'll push them, and it's a good situation to have. So it should be an exciting fall. A lot of great football to be had, and we'll have our Sky Show again, and that'll all be coming out. We'll get more information out.
Talking to Jim Sterk, athletic director at San Diego State. Again, Josh and Sherrod broadcast live from the Midway at 11. Press conference shortly after 11:30 right here on San Diego Sports Leader Double X 1090 with both Jim Boeheim and Steve Fisher. Jim, I brought up the season tickets and the ticket package because when you have a team like the basketball team, people want to see it. And if you're not able to get into the venue, then you turn to TV. And we saw the news shortly, or not that long ago, that the Mountain TV network is going away. Moving forward for football, moving forward for basketball, how easy is it going to be for Aztec alumni and fans to watch these games on TV?
It should be. We will have, I know they said yesterday, all of our games broadcast. CBS owns the rights, and they own the rights to the Mountain along with Comcast. And so Comcast, NBC, and CBS are splitting up the available inventory, and then they'll be working with local or regional RSNs, sports networks to broadcast games that aren't on their national platform. So I think it should be good. I think it should be maybe even a little bit better. And then in the years ahead, we have great plans for that, and there's great interest in Aztec sports. So I think we have great opportunities moving forward as well.
A lot of fun things. Going to be a fun day today on the Midway as well. Hey, Jim, as always, thanks so much for the time. We look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, I don't know about Josh and Sherrod on the Midway. You guys better chain them down or something so they don't fall off or do something like that on that thing.
Yeah, they are excited to go down there. You know that. Going to be a fun day. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for having me on.
You got it, buddy. All the best. That's Jim Sterk, athletic director at San Diego State.